let me. You're saying he can fight, but can he box? I've seen him box. We've all seen him box. He can box, right? Is he a boxer? Is that his style? You see what I'm saying? Like that's if he's not a boxer, he's not a boxer. That's not a knock against him because he's not a boxer. Because in the Sam Noakes fight, he fought Sam Noakes on the inside. What was wrong with that? What was wrong with the fact that he fought Sam Noakes on the inside? What was wrong with that?
Or consistently apply the skills in a way that keeps the fight the way he should want it? Or, Gabe, maybe it's because that's who he is. He likes to fight.
That's who he is. He definitely has the skills, but he wants to break you down, And I think with Bell he was very successful in the first half of the fight. But his character is, I'm going to break you down. It's only a matter of time. Okay, you getting these rounds?
And let me say this too, right? Sometimes you may have a fight. Sometimes a fighter may have a fight, and I'm starting to feel like some of these people that are saying some things I'm hearing, they just haven't been watching boxing long. They just haven't been watching boxing long, or they're seeing their favorite fighter get in the ring and they're feeling like that fighter is perfect and they don't ever get hit and they don't never struggle and they don't ever this, and they got like these romanticized views of fighters in their brain. So when you see Abdullah Mason fighting Albert Bell and people's like, oh, he lost the first 6 rounds. He did not lose the first 5, 6 rounds or whatever y'all are saying. Y'all have to go back and watch the fight, and you have to understand what you are looking at. Abdullah Mason had a game plan, he said, for the fight. Cam, where's the clip with Abdullah Mason talking about his game plan? Can you send it to me on X or something? He had a game plan for his fight. He said he was going to break him down to the body and then get him later on in the fight. And that's exactly what he did. He followed his game plan. Now, I don't know why people thought Abdullah Mason was like getting beat up or losing. Like, I didn't see him losing. I seen him blocking, parrying, and slipping shots. I seen him getting caught trying to come in and go to the body and do. I mean, he got punched a few times, but it's a fight. It's a fight. It's a fight. So cool. Now, sometimes in a fight, a fighter may be like, okay, I'm gonna do this and do that to the back half of the fight, then I'm gonna turn it up. I'm gonna take him in the deep waters and then I'm gonna turn it up. Sometimes you may have a fighter that may just be in the ring with tougher competition, and it may take them some rounds and they got to do certain things in order to figure it out. That only means that they're fighting decent competition. Somebody that's a little competitive, that's giving them some work, that's giving them some things that they have to overcome and figure out. What it don't mean is that they bad fighters, they can't fight. Oh, they definitely don't need to get in the ring with this person. Oh, they definitely get now that's not what that means. It don't mean that he can't box, Max Kellerman. It doesn't mean that he can't box. Why are you saying that he can't box? I've seen him box. I don't understand, like, why you even saying it? And if I want to get in the ring and fight on the inside, I can get in the ring and fight on the inside. What is this thing with people like, oh, you could just use your jab and make it easy? He said, Abdullah Mason says he fights and does whatever the fight's called for, whatever the fight calls for, whatever he feels like the fight is calling for, whatever him in his corner feel like the fight is calling for. If I need to come in here and use my jab a little bit more to be successful, I'm going to use my jab a little bit more to be successful. If I feel like I'm going to come in here and mix it up with you, get in the inside, fight in the phone booth, I'm going to come in here and mix it up and get in the inside and fight in the phone booth. I think the trouble is y'all favorite fighters don't got variety like that. They don't got, you know what I'm saying? It's one way or that's it. You're not gonna see Devin Haney get in the inside and mix it up with nobody. He's not doing that. You're not gonna see Shakur Stevenson just get in the inside phone booth and mix it up with nobody. You're not gonna see that. And that's okay because that's not their styles. They don't have that tool in their tool bag. They don't fight like that. And that's fine. And that's fine. But nobody says they can't box because they don't knock people out. They just say they're not entertaining. And if people feel like they're not entertaining, that is their opinion. That is okay. That's not shitting on the fighter. And what I'm realizing when I go through these YouTube streets is that people feel like they can't be honest because of what people said about their favorite fighter. So it's like, what? So you can't be honest because people's opinions about your favorite fighter. So because people have opinions that you don't like about your favorite fighter, you're not going to be honest and give an honest assessment about another fighter. That's so childish.
It's cool. I'm gonna break you down, and that's exactly what happened. You could see the fight switching, like the seventh, eighth round, and Mason just start putting that work to the body, breaking him down. That's how he wants to fight.
And Rich, this is another thing you got to stop doing. Aberbill is an elite fighter. That's what I was told. Whoever told you that, Rich, it's their opinion. So go cry to the person who told you that. Y'all have a habit of like putting one person thoughts on everybody. That shit is extremely weird to me. That shit is extremely weird to me. One person told you he was an elite fighter. That's their opinion. Fine. They think he's an elite fighter. What is wrong with that? They can think he's an elite fighter.
He can box.
Yeah.
He like Boots.
Yeah.
Boots can box too.
Yep.
They want to brawl.
You know, I
They wanna
wonder
break you
about
down.
that, Gabe, because sometimes, like, I see this in basketball sometimes, right? Because people will look at a certain player and go, skill for skill, he's better than this other guy. But it's not just about how many skills you have. It's about the wisdom to know when to deploy the skills in the service of winning, right? Some guys may have the technique, but do they have the internal discipline?
The fuck is you talking about, Max? You just saying a bunch of words.
To consistently apply it every round. That's really what separates Floyd Mayweather and Pernell Whitaker and these kind of guys from the rest of them, right? The consistent application of the skills. You think he has the skills and he just wants to mix it up? Or is he not good enough to keep the fight the way he should want it?
I think he's developing, Max. He's 22 years old, and what I like is his last two fights were against B-level opponents, but way big step-ups in level from his previous opposition. So I think I see a fighter who's developing and improving every time out. Sam Noakes, Albert Bell, both quality fighters, very different styles, right? Bell, Lane.
Wow, Mike Coppinger just slapped Max Kellerman in the back of the head with that dumb shit he was saying. He just, imagine if Mike Coppinger would have got up and walked around the table and just smacked Max Kellerman in the back of the head. That's what Mike Coppinger just did. That's what Mike Coppinger just did.
Like you can catch that in the
Yeah. Smacked him in the back of the head. He's a developing fighter. He's 22 years old. He's fighting decent competition to be developing. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, bro?
I think he wants to box from the outside. Noakes wants to bring it to you on the inside. And Mason found a way both times in tough fights. Encouraging.
So I like what both of you said. I think it's real and makes sense to me. You're going to keep it a buck on this one? What did you see?
That's all I do.
What did you see?
I was in the Hamptons for 4th of July, and that's what he gave was fireworks. He could have sat there and boxed.
I mean, it's a lot of critique for an entertaining fight. Like, it's a lot of criticism, I should say, like, for an entertaining fight. But everybody's entitled to their own opinions and criticisms. But to just question every single thing, can he box? Does he have the skill and the wisdom to keep the fight where he wants it? What are you talking about, Max Kellerman? What are you talking about? Gap Tooth Gangs in the building. What up, Gap Tooth? Hey, Gap Tooth, I got 2 videos up today. I ain't get that third one, but I'm gonna get on it tomorrow. They not 3 original videos though. That's crazy work. I got to get better with the editing and stuff. You're gonna have to hit me up with the tips and the tricks. I want to see Shaquack have the best defense in the pocket. It's easy when you're running, fighting, scared. Listen, if stuff is not a fighter style, you can't expect for them to do it. And if people is like, shit, your style ain't exciting, it just ain't exciting. That's their opinion.
Moved on him. No, he didn't do that. He fought. The best thing I like about Abdullah is he's 22 years old. He's got so much room for growth, right? You said the question is, can he box? Imagine asking a brother in boxing, can you box? That's what we do best. But to be a dog and fight, and if you listen to his corner, they always say, hey, boxing, let's box him. Yeah, Pops, I could do that. But I really want to be a dog and go out there and fight. And if you watch him fight, because Bell was really, really good. I gave a lot of credit to Bell, though. Albert Bell, he did his thing. And you seen the experience. You can tell the one guy was older than the other guy was younger. But I think for Mason, bright future, bro. But he can box and he can.
Gap tooth games. You banned for 7 days for cyber bullying Corey Holcomb? He bully everybody. Damn, gap tooth. Good, you banned for 7 days. Come help me. Nah, I'm joking. Unless you're gonna do it. Abdullah is willing to take risk while adjusting. Shakur is a pocket fighter, though. He just set out of range a lot. Then if you a pocket fight, guys, J-Man, you cannot be an in-pocket fighter and be a master of distance. How can you do both? He reported your video? Damn. He fought in a pocket with a guy that has more than 9 knockouts. Well, what the fuck is 9 knockouts? Out of how many fights, Rich? Are you talking about Albert Bell or are you talking about Shakur? Who are you talking about? I don't understand why my daughter is yelling. I reposted it on my FB. He's still gonna get this work. Oh, you be posting on Facebook too? He not a pocket fighter. Anyway, all right, back to what they saying.
You are using a stereotype, and this is where stereotypes are.
And they probably gonna like copyright my channel and not get. I'm not gonna be able to monetize it because I'm showing this in the ring video. So if y'all enjoying the content, support the
I
channel.
mean this literally. This is where it's dangerous, or at least it can lead to incorrect conclusions or lead you down the wrong path in your analysis. Okay, there is a stereotype that Black American fighter, African American, right? Who comes up through the American amateur system, who has some fast twitchies, who could box, and you would say a brother, right? Is capable of fighting, generally gets to the top by fighting in a kind of classical boxing style. Right. And that because of the paint job, because of what you see on the exterior, that it's kind of difficult to distinguish among.
Max Kellerman is bullshitting. He bullshitting, y'all. I just gotta say that. I know I gotta pause it every so often.
Them, and they should all be able to do it. But Shady, everyone of all different shades fights in a variety of styles, and everyone has their own personality. And you can have an African American fighter with a good amateur background and everything, who is not a slick boxer, but he's a dog. That's just who he is. You're just assuming, of course, he could box. What evidence do you have?
I mean, every
What evidence do you have that he can't, Max Kellerman? You said the last 2 fights. Is that evidence that he can't box because he fought? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What evidence do you have, Max, that he can't box? What are you saying? Of course, not all African Americans have the same style. They're all not quote unquote slick Black fighters. They have different styles. Like I don't know what Max's agenda is on this right now. Like what is he trying to say? And then you're gonna say, what evidence do you have that he can box? Go look at his fights. He wasn't in the phone booth on every single fight. He wasn't fighting like Fundora before he started using his jab every single fight. Again, he's still developing as a fighter.
Everybody's different, you know what I'm saying? So like even like being able to box, like there's guys that are super slick, right? Or guys that move very, very well. When I watch him fight, I see his footwork. Now these last 2 fights, It like he had something to prove. But I've seen there's some fights where he actually boxed, you know,
against much lesser opposition. A lot of times I'll hear a guy.
Oh my God. You asked for the evidence. So then he tell you times where he's seen him boxing, and you talking about against a lesser competition. What does it matter? Can he box or not? If you can box, you can box. You're not gonna only box against lesser competition, and then you're not gonna. Because what do you mean? If he's a boxer, he's been practicing his style in boxing. So if he can box in any fight, no matter the level of competition, then he can box, Max Kellerman. What are you talking about? You said he can't box. He said he's seen him in fights where he boxed. And you saying against lesser competition. Listen, you said he can't box. And he's telling you fights where he's boxed. We're not talking about the level of competition, Max. We're talking about if he can box or not. So you're acknowledging, Max, that he can box. Right? Right, chat? Isn't Max Kellerman acknowledging that he can box? Let me bring my voice down. Isn't Max Kellerman acknowledging that Abdullah Mason can box? So now that we've established that Abdullah Mason can box, you're gonna throw another hoop in there for you to jump through and say that it's against lesser competition. But that's not the argument, Max. The argument is if he can box, because you said he couldn't. Now McCoy, or whatever this dude's name is, has said, listen, I've seen him box, maybe not in the last 2 fights, but I've seen him box. You presented another hoop to jump through. Now you're saying it's against lesser competition. You can't make this stuff up, y'all.
I'm sorry for interrupting. A lot of times I'll hear a guy say, oh, I should have kept it within a boxing style. I shouldn't have got dragged into that fight. You didn't get dragged into anything. Right. You don't have the skills to keep it that kind of fight. So you started mixing it up.
Okay, so now what Max Kellerman is doing, he's no longer talking about Abdullah Mason, because he just came up with a whole nother scenario that had nothing to do with Abdullah Mason. Did Abdullah Mason say he wanted the box, but he got dragged into that type of fight with Albert Bell? Did he say that? And I want you to pay attention to these guys when they're doing that, because they flip what they're saying and start arguing those points when it don't have anything to do with what's going on. Of course, Boxing Hacker says, I sort of agree with Max, though. That's what I was thinking. What about it do you agree with? Oh, y'all supposed to drop the link. Yeah, y'all ain't even say nothing. All right, no newcomers want to come up. Going once, going twice. So, to the people in the chat, there's the link, ladies and gentlemen.